Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV in 2023. Hello, hello, hello. We've got lots of people in the chat. As usual, let me know if you can A, see the game, B, hear the game, and C, hear my voice. Okay, Yurku says you can hear me. Good, good, good. Which leads us to our next thing. We've got lots of people in the chat today. I've seen Svent, Neo, Jasandi's here. Jamie Ice-T, Northern is grabbing some stuff and will be here, is around it seems like. No, welcome, and Yurko obviously is here as well. I mentioned he's the one who can hear me, so he must be here, right? He's also, I think, roaming around the forest here. Yeah, he's right over here. Look at that. And I think we saw Jasandi here as well. Look at that. Well, welcome everyone. I'm excited to dive into this mysterious forest together and see what the next steps of the journey entail. As normal, this will be about a 90-minute stream. I do have to make sure I'm off, like, kind of right at the 90-minute mark, as I do have an appointment later, or I guess early this afternoon. But yes, it shouldn't be much different than normal. I'll just, like, if we're gonna do a quest that's like 5 minutes to the end, I probably will sit and chat instead, kind of thing. But yeah, with that said, let's get started so we can do as much as we can in the time that we have together. All right, and let's see. Oh, we got a little box of gear for this. What's Thancred got for us? As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. Right, so they couldn't remember where to go because of the pixies in this area. I feel like we're gonna go through it. The pixies sound very similar to the Moogles in terms of their chaos that they cause. That's just my initial thoughts on it. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lida Leran, or Lran, something like that. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our current situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Okay, so he did all the explaining for us. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, we got Ray J in the chat. Welcome. I should mention, actually, if you haven't taken the time, if you could like this stream, that goes a long way in terms of helping others to find the... Oh, that was not my mount button whatsoever. Others to find the stream. Branson's here as well. Welcome. Look at everyone. Everyone's here. I was concerned because 10 a.m. and I want to say, was it 1 p.m. or 2 p.m.? One of the afternoon times was actually pretty close to winning this time. And I mean, I'm always excited when another time wins. The hard part is when both times are very close, because that means that, you know, you might have some people that aren't able to make one of the times. But we will do an afternoon stream at some point in the near future, I think, just to switch it up. I like to do the voting. I like to do somewhere I just randomly choose, and it's more of a surprise stream. Well, that didn't take long. What we should do before we do anything else is go and click this, because I know I'll forget. And then we can go talk to Mr. Thancred and see what's on the go. I like how misty it is. So I wonder if the mistiness of this zone is going to clear up once we kind of convince the fairies to let us remember where to go. It'll be an interesting thing. They seem to be playing more with the weather effects in the story. Well, there we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... Seesaw. There is a variety of plant native to these plants with a distinctive furled tip. Looking Grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies. Believe it or not, I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first, I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstance should you respond. You will only be subject yourself to further mischief. I like how, like, everyone had their journey when they came to this land, and obviously Thancred's was to be tormented by pixies for, like, the many years he was here. Jamie Ice-T says, if it's a draw, you have to do the stream at 10 a.m. and another one at 1 p.m. That's the rules. Oh, I see. I see how it is. Well, we'll do the 10 a.m. one. I do occasionally enjoy jumping. I've never done 2 in one day, though. I just feel like my little voice would be so raw. I do not know how people stream for like 10 hours or whatever. I mean, I was going to say maybe they do like vocal practices and choruses and stuff like that, but then I imagined like people like Asmund doing that, and I was like, there's no way. I think you're just born to talk if that's the case. And I mean, in those streams they often do take like breaks and like even eat on stream and stuff like that, so I feel like there's ways to manage it. You search for scrub but find nothing resembling looking grass. I mean, this looks like grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Hee 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 hee. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? That's Seesaw TPG, just a normal Final Fantasy XIV name, you know? Seesaw TPG Seesaw, a wonderful name. Pretty, like morning dew, and funny, like caterpillars. I shall slice it and splice it and make it mine, all mine. And when your name is mine, so are you. Hee hee hee. Your body begins to feel heavy. Oh no, are we getting put to sleep? Or do we just have to now walk around with this like heaviness? That's probably what it is, isn't it? Oh, fun. Northern says there's plenty of rose bears. Rose bears? Yeah, rose bears in the zone. You'll probably jump into them throughout the journey, but be aware that the rose bears are bears with plants growing out of them. That's pretty cool. Just have a glass of water next to you. I guess that, I mean, I do have a coffee. It's fair though. Wow, this is fun. What a fun addition to this grass gathering. This has got, you know, classic WoW vibes through and through. When you're trying to like escort someone who's like literally limping around or something. I like how Alphinaud's just sort of standing near the like patch of grass but hasn't found it. You search the scrub, but nothing, but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. What is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. I'm searching for looking grass. Ah, yes, I know the plant, and being the kindly pixie that I am, I shall take you to it. Just close your eyes and focus on my voice. Set your mind adrift, and together we shall go to the ends of the realm. Your body begins to feel heavy. We were expressly told not to follow the voices of the pixies, so I feel like we shouldn't do that. Alright, how do we feel about this one over here? Let's find out. I like these like big dandelion looking things in the background. Like the seed bulb kind of thing of a dandelion, not the actual dandelion itself. You know, the things that kids kick? Those. Searching the scrub, you find what happens to be looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Ooh, a visitor. Where are you from, pray tell? The Crystarium. What is that? Where is that? When is that? In your dreams, perhaps? Forget all about that place, for Ilmeg is your home now, today and tomorrow and forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. I feel like we're literally going to be limping at the end of this. Now, I guess he has to show us how to eat the grass, or if you eat the grass, who knows what you do with the looking grass? Maybe you like make glasses out of it? I don't know. Eating seems like maybe you inhale it or something. I take it you met some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find some looking grass? We sure did. Look at that. What's happening? Alright, yes. This is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Not the only step, but the first step. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. Oh, it's like a cool little... I guess you probably do look through the like glasses, isn't it? Yeah, that's exactly what... I didn't expect it to be the case, but there you go. Do we not get to see like what they actually look like, or are they just going to be sparkles? I found you. Game over. Oh, there we go.
Found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Oh, I forgot the kind of accent they have. I like this.
Wait, I recognize their souls. These two have been here before. Look, twins! How adorable!
They are adorable, aren't they? Neo says, explicitly told not to talk to pixies, proceeds to talk to all the pixies. That's exactly what happened at that quest. We talked and followed them. Irka says, lol, yeah, Seesaw, the reason you kept getting heavied is because you didn't listen to Thancred and respond. Oh, if you actually didn't respond to them, you wouldn't get heavied? That's hilarious. I mean, I'm a simple man. I follow an MSQ and I click the option presented to me. That's funny. I never even thought about not talking to them, as was explicitly said. I'd die in real life.
With us.
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
That's funny. We're here to see Urianger.
Oh, yes, Urianger, the peculiar one.
The peculiar one. He's probably like king of the pixies because he speaks in riddles already. They probably love him.
In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us
Yeah.
for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Sounds exactly like what he would do.
Oh, that was so much fun. We must do it again.
A riddle contest for 7 days and 7 nights. That sounds like, I don't know. I don't get riddles. Riddles, like the more and more I've done like fantasy games and read fantasy novels, it's interesting how much of a presence riddles have in the worlds that people like create. Like I've been recently reading the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, and there's so much to do with riddles in it. But it's all over the place. Like riddles are such a thing. I feel like it would be so horrible if our world depended on my ability to answer riddles. It would not be good. And who knows, maybe that's what we're barreling to right now. Branson says, poor Seesaw just wanted to make some conversation. Exactly. See what the pixies wanted. I'm going to call them fairies at some point too, for sure. Spent, my favorite line in this game. Your favorite line, Snaling. Sven says, also Seesaw, if you're familiar with Fae, following them is usually a date worse than death. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm
Skull.
Sure you'll be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
I like their like sparkliness.
Should we?
Should we?
Would we?
Oh my god, they already speak in like...
No.
Alize's got no time for this, which completely tracks with her character.
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3.
There's the quests. There's the
Once
quests.
you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
I feel like Pixie's honor is something we should not be trusting, but we'll see.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Wow, look at us all go. I'm just left to find a pixie. We've gone from do not even reply to them to like let's do what they say now. I feel like horrible things are gonna happen. Yurko says, I love their Scottish accents. Yeah, I really do too. I think the voices they chose for them is very fun. Who's this? Sol Unin. Alright. Sunny has put an A in chat. I like it. Neo says, Spence and I call each other snailing based on the Fey language. It means jumpingly cute. Oh, that's cute. Skepticism. You might survive, Seesaw. We'll see, we'll see. Jasandi, whoops. World fetch quests. Should be good. Oh, and we get another gear coffer. Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. I won't be able to do a Scottish accent, so we won't at all look into doing that. Lida Liran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming. And no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. I mean, makes sense. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? All right, let's do it. Let's go plant some seeds. Plant some seeds. Oh, there's a lot of like... Are these all fairy errands we have to do? This is crazy. Alright. I mean, that said, this sounds pretty easy. Now, should I pick up the quest? Like... No, let's finish one quest first. Looks like it's up on top here. Oh my god. Alright. Hello? Oh, I have to find Everbloom seeds. Alright, there we go. Could you imagine a quest making me actually read my items? Ooh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Alright, fair enough. I feel like we're kind of gonna regret not picking everything up. Where are the other... Oh, it's these ones, right? I'm trying to like remember which marker's which. All right, it's these ones. They look like they're all on top here actually, so let's go around. Jamie Ice-T says you have to do the 3 MSQs, yes, but you can do them in any order. Okay, well, that's nice. That's chill. Get to really acquaint myself with the fairies. They live in like pretty big little house things, actually. Assuming they live in these buildings. I don't know why, I just kind of imagined they'd sleep in like bushes or trees or something. That said, you'd probably see like a Lalafell and you might think we sleep in like a hole or something. I don't know. I don't know what people think. Like a potato. This music's fun. Alright, last seed. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. Yeah, these are their houses. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Vorburt or Borvort or some such, but the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've been giving the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Oh, so these used to be not pixie houses. That clears a lot of things up, doesn't it? Makes a lot of sense, makes a lot of sense. Oh my god. What the heck is this? Is this like a monster? A level 80 monster. This, and what, we're 70. Yeah, I don't think... Jesus, look at this thing. What the heck is this thing? Alright, I'm just walking away, keeping my distance. I don't need to be mauled down in the streets in the Pixie Village. Lord says, wow, the flowers are really playing in playing with the bitrate. Oh, is the bitrate really bad? Ah, there it is. I was wondering when they would explain the houses. There's a hunt mob. Ooh, Iporus Platia. That's a hunt mark. Hunt monster. Oh, that's an A-ranked monster. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't touch it. It looks like it's gonna hurt me. You're saying the flowers are not doing well for my stream? I'm so hungry, I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me alright. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you will find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. Alright. Can do that. Okay, it's over there. I mean, let's just go grab the other quest and see if it's like on our way. You're done sowing the seeds. Thank you. This shall help Lida Liran live up to its name, which means flower house. Well, there you go. In cases you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in the lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the lights. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever. Oh my goodness. Just a little terrifying. It just says no, probably not a good idea to touch it. Also, Aether we save an A-rank hunt marks for hunt trains. Oh, interesting. It says not sure how you guys handle that stuff on Crystal. Okay. Spence says the Fae flowers taking the bitrate is totally on brand for pixies. The hard part is I'm planting more flowers, so I'm only helping to reduce the bitrate. Is this entire zone covered in these flowers? Like, is this something we're going to be dealing with the whole time? Alright, let's see what this last one is. Maybe it'll be right by the trees. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Leaf men. Oh, the weird little statues. Yeah, look at them sitting at the table. That's freaky. Now you'll need to go to Longmuir Lake to draw water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fwaf make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Look at this. This is spooky. I don't know what I think about this. I get the feeling that they can turn people into these leaf men. Like that's what I get the feeling of. Where's this lake? Oh, it is. It's the same. Okay, well, it's good that I did get this quest. Worked out really well. All right. Northern says not really, but you're good. Just keep going. I think the only Fae area is the rest of the zone is just grass. Okay. Oh, we have to go up this hill. I mean, I really like the flowers. That's the tough part. But I think the flowers also hurt me. Like at the end of Stormblood, there's like that field of flowers where Xenos dies, quotation marks on either side of that. And I think that was hurting my bitrate too, if I remember. Flowers and water are my weakness in this game. Oh, we're getting attack. What is this? Oh, like a caterpillar? I'm not trying to disrespect him, because he might attack me, but like, yeah, he's like a little caterpillar. That's cute. Oh no. Avoided. Boom. Nice. Alright, one caterpillar done. I like these flowers that are hanging here. Oh, there's some yellow flowers here too. Look at this. Apparently it's going to be getting more flowery before it gets less flowery for a second here. What gives you that idea? They would never do that. Whistles. This is about people getting turned into the grass people. When the Fae warn you about the other Fae, you know it's bad. You probably do. It's a good reason I'm saving the water quest to the end. Oh, more caterpillars. I feel like the caterpillars were just trying to eat their fruit, and here we came in and ruined things. Boom. So I like that, like last attack you do like a kind of like a flip, but like just with your sword. It's fun. Alright, are those the like mean fairies? Oh, no, that's not who we were warned about. Let's just still keep our distance from them. We'll stay over here. I like the like little buildings in the pond. This is like a really cool place. Like, I mean, obviously having fairies that are literally trying to, like, mess with you every single moment of the day wouldn't be great, but the actual atmosphere of the zone's pretty nice. Like, it might be the zone I chose to, like, stick in of the three. The actual the Crystal Palace or whatever is probably the best one if you had to choose somewhere to stay in this world. Oh. These are the ones that we were warned. Oh my god, they're like little frog. Look at, they've got a cane! Oh, there's two of them. Oh no. We gotta activate our defense mechanisms. There we go. Let's do some AoE attacking. There you go, no match. No match for Seesaw. And now you're gonna see how lazy I truly am. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. There's still something over here. Did I just miss these? What are these? Oh, we have to actually water the things. We just went to go get the water, I remember. Like, look at these, like, I like the like light that's hanging here. This is, I really like this. Leaf man. All we need to find is one of these that looks kind of like a Lalafell, and I'm gonna be like super freaked out. Branson says, just wait until the graphics update hits. There will be even more flowers here. High resolution flower at that. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. The graphic update, it applies to the whole game. Like, it's something that's gonna like apply to from the very base game to the, like, it's not just the new expansions going forward. It's like everything. Is that what it's? I would assume that's what it's gonna be, because it'd be kind of weird to have graphics higher for a portion of the game. Yeah, the min specs are going up. Well, maybe Seesaw will need to look to do some upgrades. So it'll be everywhere. Just flowers everywhere. That's the main purpose of the graphic update. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Elmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. Yeah, I don't like the sounds of that one bit. I think I'm pretty on the truth about what happened to these things. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hope. It's never too late, of course. Yeah, I could easily be a flower child, I think. Oh, my level up kind of, ooh, Flood of Shadows. And Edge of Shadows. Oh my god, Dark Side Mastery acquired. There's so much that I just got that I don't know. Okay, we'll have to investigate that later. They said, oh my gosh, they said that it would affect all of the automatically generated grass and flowers. Okay, that's cool. I think it's DT first and then the rest of the game will get it. Oh, so the new expansion first and then they'll spread it out? Okay. Branson says it seems to be a mix of system updates that apply in all zones and manual improvements to certain zones. More subject. Okay, okay. So they're going back and editing some zones, and then they're like the actual systems are changing too. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, I should put this skill on my bar before I put... Where are your skills? This is gonna sound like the dubious question, but I haven't had to open my skill book. There, P. What did we get? We got... Is there a few of these that I don't have on bar, actually? We for sure have Delirium. Do we have the Blackest Night on bar? Yeah, we do. It's right here. Flood of Shadows deals damage to all enemies in a straight line before you. Okay. I feel like I'm running out of like action keys. I'm just gonna put them on my bar for now and we'll like test them out. Deals damage, grants dark side, increasing damage. Oh, that's handy. Increases damage dealt. Buffs you, eh? And yeah, those are the two new ones I think we have. Oh, you had Flood and Edge on your bar? Didn't I just unlock that? Isn't that what it said when I like dinged? Do you already have these somewhere? God, everything's like kind of purple looking. Have I just... yeah, I have. Okay, I do have that one right there. Is it like an upgraded version of it? Flood of Shadows, Flood of Shadows. Huh. Edge of Shadows. Oh, it's literally right beside it. What are you doing, Cisa? Alright, well, we've got keys for it. Pretend that never happened, chat. Pretend I know exactly what's on my bars and I'm not super confused. So hungry. Did you get the fruit? I sure did. This little fairy did not tell me about the caterpillars, though, I'll tell you that. Oh, thank you ever so much. You've saved me. Hee hee hee. Yes, saved me from boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came. That's funny. They knew, they knew about the caterpillars. You've been a great service, mortal. If there is one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both. So we hate them, especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Alright. Are we done making friends with the fairies? I think so. On to the truth. Might be a skill upgrade. There you go. Pro Dark Knight player. Super not a pro Dark Knight player. Don't even worry about it. I'm a Dark Knight player who's made it through one dungeon successfully, and that's what I like to hold on to. All right. Now let's find Urianger. How goes it, Seesaw? Just like, I got attacked by bugs. So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same, a little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, their desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keep hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in aether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside aether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather aether onto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. It's interesting. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where do we begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter pixies who seemed even faintly amenable to our reason? Not during the... There was the one who was talking about the Sin Eaters. I don't know if they would be, like, on our side. Let's just say I don't know the name, though. I feel like I'm just whipping a name out of nowhere. What? You knew a pixie from before? Oh, is this the pixie we met in the town? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned it sooner. Yeah, this must be the one we met in the main town, right? At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay then, summon this Feo Ui, if you please. I butchered the name, I'm super sorry. With chat mode, in say, use your keyboard to enter Feo UI. Feo UI. You have to like slash say Feo UI. Alright, let's see if I can do this without messing it up. Slash say. Wait. It's like that? Oh my god, I'm doing this wrong now. Whoa, slash E. Wait, didn't I? In chat mode, say enter. It's an L. Oh, wow. That would mess me right up if I was doing this without, like, literally people guiding me through this. So it should be like that, and then a U, and then an L. Too far away from the what? Oh, I have to be at the destination. Okay, alright. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Say I've spelt it wrong now. Give me a second. UL. Okay, there we go. Like if if I wasn't streaming this, I would most certainly be looking that up on Google, because I know that like L's and I's can do that, but yeah, I would not have. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about this lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Alright, we have to say it even more intensely, alright. That's an L. Like everyone in chat. Ul da, yeah, it's fair. That's a lowercase L, sir. Okay, I know what a lowercase L is. Yeah, I mean, it's like a little tiny thing on my screen. It's hard to see. I know letters, people. I know letters. Oh boy, this is going to get interesting. It's not. We're gonna figure it out. Here, look at this. Let's. Oh, I should capitalize the name, make it more respectful, you know. Wait, was I not with chat modes? Please. Oh, I have to say even more. You're right. This might become interesting. I'm just really bad at doing chat quests, apparently. Wow, you have to write like so much. This is what you were talking about. Need you. How was that not right? I need to you? Why did I put 2 in there? Oh my god, I'm bad at this. This is where our entire stream is gonna crumble. F-A-U-L. Oh, I put an I, that's why. That's so funny. I'll read the chat in a second, but you guys are probably freaking out about that. Alright, here we go. I need... Come on. There we go. There we go. Look at that. No problem. No issues. No issues. How dare you make mistakes? Lies. What are you, human? How dare you forget your lovely branch? Capitalization and punctuation count. The funny thing is, when I tried to do it, I put an I instead of an L just because we were talking about it so much. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do it with more fire. Oh my god, do we have to do... Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Who knew this was going to be the stream today, but here it is. Oh, loveliest of branches, comma, please grant me your succor, exclamation point. All they need to do is put this like mid-trial where you have to like say something like this and I would be done. Just, it would be over.
You're late!
Late.
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
And now, after figuring it out, we get talked down to by this fairy. We don't even know what to say. They're just watching us.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
I like Alize's energy. Like, I hope she's in every expansion. She's just like, come on, let's get on with it.
Reminds me of my childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Wow, I really like what they've been doing with like camera angles and
Just
stuff
now
this
you called
expansion.
for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Look at that. She's not angry anymore. We did it.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
What's strength? Oh, is she gonna go negotiate for us? Wonder if she's friends with the other fairies.
Well. If it isn't Theo the mold feel. It's been too long.
From the way they're saying that, it doesn't sound like she's super well liked.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever! Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
Surely we can keep them. Oh no.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
I'm scared. I don't like that.
Cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that, hmm?
All right, all right.
Alright,
Why
alright.
not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger.
Oh my god, yes, I hope we leave them. That sounds hilarious.
Aye, aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
Look at them.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernix to you at once.
Oh, that's funny. Notable Fae or genderless, alright, that's fair. Text in brackets is broken. It's spoken in the Fae language. Oh, it's translated, I see. Fair, fair, fair. Wow, I don't remember this. Seesaw's inventory is getting called out. It's fair. Actually, my inventory is looking a lot better than... Like, you should have seen it. I think it was through Stormblood where we finally cleaned it. We had one noble soul who sat down and was like, we're gonna fix this. And it is a lot better now. Ooh, so yeah, they do take away the mist. That's cool. Was this actually just right beside us and we couldn't see it? That's super funny.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
I like how she's like kind of very angry with us. You should see mine, it can't be fixed. Hey, Farrell's here. Good morning, Farrell. Welcome, welcome. Or afternoon, or whatever time of day it is for you. I mean, the inventory is actually not doing that bad. Look at this. This is pretty nice. Now, I haven't done much to like help it stay nice, so it's probably gonna like only become worse over time. Let's open a few of these. See, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. See if any of these were better for us. Disappointingly, no. Jamie says, and to think, Seesaw laughed out loud when the Crystal Exarch said we're going to the Fairy Kingdom. Yeah, I should have taken it more seriously. It's actually like a beautiful city over here. Whoa, what's on this? Is that like a... What is that on the side of it? That's crazy. Just a little possessive. Farrell says, it's 9:45 for me and hadn't had my cough yet. Okay, so morning. Morning's a good greeting then. For Alpha No and Alize's sake, let's be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now that the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar, the Bookman's Shelves, it's called, and after the fellow's vast collection of tomes, an agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Oh, so is he in the palace or no? We'll find out. We'll find out. Where are we going? Okay, we're going a fair bit north. Well, let's, man, we go slow. When you don't have any of the currents, it is like just agony. But it's kind of like, it is nice because it like, you feel the progression of it, which is nice. So this must be the path we want to follow. Put on the chest armor. Oh, I have not. Which one did you make me? I'm sorry. Was it? Oh yeah. These both look like they should be better. Are they the same? Oh, this one was made by you though, so it's better. Unable intuition. Oh my god. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep that there. What's a chest that we do not need? That is the question. I feel like probably not this, but we'll find out. Let's see if I come to regret that. There we go. Oh, I love the blue on it too. This is really nice. Cleaning time. It's not. We're just doing the one piece. We're not going and cleaning everything. But thank you for the chest. It looks really nice. And look at that. It's got it's imprinted with your name. I'll forever know. Blood Morpho. Huh. I don't know if those butterflies are like safe, but we're just flying through. It's almost like fairy wings that it's got attached to it. I don't know what to think about that tower. It is like a beautiful place. Like, if I was to choose residence somewhere, like if I could get along with the fairies, this would be the place. You're just like trying to keep at my pace, but keep zooming past. All right, let's see, Thancred. And there we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Oh, Rose joined us as well. Welcome, welcome. Black Rose, I believe. Blackbird, something. I'm sorry, I might be... I saw your name for like a second before the cutscene started. But I believe you've joined us in game a few times before. Wow, this is beautiful.
Urianger, are you in?
Are you in? Alright, Seesaw, time to get your riddle reading skills.
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way.
God, right into it.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
My God. Oh, he's looking pretty cool.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
Run along, Minfilia. Why?
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
What is it?
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Like, what happened to Urianger to make him speak like this? Like, was he... Like, is he from a part of the world where everyone speaks like this? Or was it, like, something horrible happened to him?
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest... It beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore.
Yep, we're getting into it. Farrell says, yeah, Rose Blackbird is my character. Oh, okay, there you go, Farrell. Nice, nice, nice. And sorry if I said your name wrong when just seeing you real quickly. I was like, I do know, I've seen this character name before, I just couldn't place it. Irka says, I think it's way too many bumps on the noggin personally for him to speak like this. He's just really big Shakespeare fan. Yeah, that's maybe true. Thancred can't use Aethers, so he has her make his ammo. Oh, interesting, interesting. He's a Charlan scholar. that grew up with his nose in various tomes, and that's why he talks like it. Everyone's got their theory.
My words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th umbral calamity.
We're always trying to stop a calamity.
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time.
Just normal words.
Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
It's all about this Black Rose.
Its potency defied all reckoning.
Jeez.
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist, and those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
What happened to them? Oh, he's got his little hood on now. Oh no, not Tataru. Oh no, Kryle. Oh god, the twins. Wait, were those the twins? Aren't these the twins? Who are those back there? But look at oh, look at, they're holding hands even in their death. That's, I mean, like, I should be upset with everyone being dead in front of me, but it's kind of sweet.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
I mean, that's not good. That's super not good. Thancred and Y'shtola are the ones right. Oh, I'm sorry, Thancred and Y'shtola. I got confused. They were all wearing the robes, you know.
Of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold.
Well, that's not good. That doesn't look good at all. Farrell says, no worries, Seesaw. It's been a bit since I last traveled with you. I think the last time was back in Stormblood. Oh, well, welcome to the group, to the adventure. Spence says, I don't know why it never clicked before, but they use imperial measurements instead of metric ones. Oh, no. Yeah, that's like the yalms and stuff, right? The yalms and malms and stuff.
No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Fair. I mean, my body's on the line, so...
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
All right, let's hear it.
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Okay.
Come.
I like her surprise face. Oh, I like this poster.
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Is this like the floor in the Crystarium place? No, maybe not. I don't know. Is the chart of elements? It's something to do with magic. That's pretty good. I mean, elements seems right because we got like fire, wind, and stuff. Be like, you stupid fool.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Alright.
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral.
Okay.
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
It's interesting. I like how like deep into things we're getting in this story. Like we're really looking at the science and the worlds and stuff like that. It says Ilm's inch, Yalm's yard, Malm's mile. Alright, alright. Fair enough. I mean, in Canada we go metric too, so I'm only okay at inches and, you know, yards and stuff like that. Tones equals ton. Okay, fair. Like that, I'm gonna be able to like do all these math equations that I'm sure are coming up. Lore. Gisante says, study, Seesaw. This is important. There will be a test later. There better not be a test on this. It's gonna be real bad. If one chocobo is running at 1 yalm per minute or something, I don't know.
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness.
Oh.
At this, did my mind begin to race.
Alright, darkness.
It was only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
Okay.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings."
Spooky. So it's quite the lore dump here. It's good, it's good. Gisanti says math is math. It's fair. Spence says, oh man, I'm driving through a dead zone, so I'll be behind on stream until it clears up. Well, have a good drive, Spence.
Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
A calamity.
Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged.
That's fair.
We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg.
Let's do it.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leargear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Ah, of course.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
Yeah, they must love talking to him.
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
So we're finally having Urianger along for the ride, eh? Alright. Let's go see what the pixies have done with Alphino and Alize in our time away. Find them turned into some sort of plant. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognize you because he's a new job, right? That's the whole thing. The astrologian. I don't know. Indeed, though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty and stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did prove me with adequate grounding in the arts. But enough of myself, let us speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Lilith Gyath, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Seesaw, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known for its boteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a rectable within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. I feel like I'm just all over the place with reading his text. I apologize. Okay, where do we need to go? Oh, it's just right out here. Oh, you guys were just chilling here, eh? Look at you. You were here for the lore lesson as well. Man, this lake looks just beautiful. I really like it. Is it these things? Yeah, it is these things. So we should have, yeah, a little box. So we probably just need to like hit it a few times. Man, I feel like the flapping wings and the flowers is just gonna total my like stream. Now is it like below 50% maybe? We'll see. Should be below, oh, of course I'm gonna stand right in the, oh, I got it, nice. Sweet, that was easy. Astrological study the stars in a world of infinite light. Yeah, that would be kind of difficult. If there, I mean, we have added night to the one map now. Man, I feel like my game runs so much better once I get into like this room away from the flowers. Thou art returned. Were thou able to capture the hawker? I sure was. Truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease mine while. Oh my god, meanwhile. My god. Oh, we have to deal with them. I don't dislike him, I just dislike reading his text. I want to make that clear.
'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts.
Nice.
Ah, lest I forget.
Ooh.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
That's cool. His beard is so interesting too. Like it's essentially what you would call, I guess, like a reverse goatee or something like that. Like literally everything but the goatee is kind of there.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Fair. Nothing like trapping Ascians in the morning.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
These two've got a very weird relationship going on. I don't know at all how to feel about this. There's certainly like a level of Thancred in charge. Yeah, it's odd. Yurko says, thankfully, most of the lines are voiced. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing when Urianger was going to get more lines. They're like, we need to make sure he's voiced as much as possible. Ooh, that like weird head pat too.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Some books for the road.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
She's gonna come back with like a bunch of books.
To him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld.
Minfilia of Eld.
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Interesting.
As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Like, inside of this Minfilia, or? Oh, are we gonna get an echo of it? All right, let's see. It's a show don't tell kind of situation.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred,
As I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel.
So interesting, because she's become such like a mythical character in this story, and at the start of it, she was just like a quest giver, right? Like that's like she was just like, you know, kind of normal. I mean, as normal as any of the Warriors of Light are, or what are we? The Scions.
Many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
Huh.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's.
This is like a confusing dynamic, but I do like that we're resolving this story that's kind of been like lingering.
You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
We'll find her here.
Minfilia, wait!
Well, this is like, well, that's a very emotional conversation between these two. It's something that I feel like we've been waiting for.
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it.
Do you remember being someone else?
I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end? That's an interesting question. Farrell says, if I got this right, Thancred has looked after Minfilia for 2 lifetimes. It seems that way, yeah. He's got a very interesting relationship with Minfilia, and that's something I kind of understood before Shadowbringers. But like it's obviously being super dived into in Shadowbringers, like the true nature of the relationship and obviously how it plays out with all of this complex stuff that's happening. It's a very interesting story, and I am happy they decided to tackle it. He doesn't know.
The coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
Well, that's good. I was waiting for the comeback with like just a stack of them. Rabid says, apparently it's an older brother / younger sister type relationship as far as how Thancred sees himself. That's interesting. That does make some of their interactions feel a bit better. I always thought it was more of like a one of love. Just because I think it's so, like, if it is brother-sister, it would then be very contrasted by the relationship that Alize and Alphino have, which I think the game's done exceptionally well at making it clear that they're siblings, where they do care for each other, but they're often at each other's throats. This one's a little bit more nuanced. And it is interesting. I mean, it's obviously made very complex in this current moment just because, like, literally the person he knew is trapped inside a younger version of herself that keeps respawning. Not exactly something you run into in most normal places. So it's a very complicated thing. But that's interesting to hear, Rapid. Yurka says, at the beginning of 1.0's Ul'dah storyline, Thancred and Flamin were part of the troop parading Gobu through the streets when it broke free and started rampaging, killing Minfilia's father. He and Flannan have been watching over her ever since. So it is kind of like a sister thing. That's interesting. Apparently that's the common misconception. It's probably more evident in Japanese. I mean, for myself, part of the issue, well, there's two issues. Number one, the story that Yuriku just spoke of in 1.0 happened many years ago for me, and it's remembering those details. And I'd also say, as I've gotten deeper into the game, I've done a much better job of actually paying attention to every little like story detail and like how important relationships were. Whereas I started this game, I was coming in probably closer to like a World of Warcraft, where you're kind of paying attention to the story, but like I didn't have to like deep dive into every relationship and think that, hey, this is going to become very important 5 years down the line or something like that. So it is interesting to hear. And it's one of the best things I appreciate about the chat is that you guys bring up these like little, like, this is how like the community views it. This is what the developers say. This is like the backstory. It's really, really nice. It's a privilege to be able to play like this.
Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Lida Loran. Now, is Lida Loran a dungeon or a trial or something like that? It's got the feelings of that for sure. Where? So we have to go back to here. Oh, Lida Loran. Sorry, no, that's the city. But is this castle that we're going into gonna be like a trial or a dungeon? It's the Pixie Town, yeah. Okay, no, I put it together. I mean, in it itself, it was its own type of dungeon. It was a solo dungeon. of epic proportions. Pixie attacks. We weren't expecting you back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fey custom to return a gesture. If you desire anything from us, you need but name it. Well, we do have a desire that we have in mind. Doo-doo. The key to the castle. Oh, and it's a cinematic too. Alright, let's see. So, what is that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry into Lythgia. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that's what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind to tell us what we've missed? I like his back shield piece or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but it looks really cool. So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about the Light Warden? Aye, my lady, by circumstance most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. Interesting. Lady Wizard said there's a dungeon before the trial. Lyda Laran is Fayflower House. Oh, okay, okay. So dungeon and then a trial. So we've got stuff coming up. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home. You see, fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. Interesting. The magic for breaking the seal, we've divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time is right. I feel like we'll have to be collecting some relics then. And this dress is one of them. It's been in your safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course. Custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way, we get to watch what happens. Fun. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with Fuaf, the stone scepter is with Numuo, and the crystal shoes are with Amaro. Good luck finding them all. Well, there we go. We got our mission. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from Fuaf. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. There we go, there we go, there we go. It's his astrolabe? Astrologian weapon. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. No, Astrologian is definitely, like, I know we're so far off from me, like, experimenting with other jobs and stuff like, oh, this thing's freaky as heck. Look at the head on that thing. But it's probably, like, a job that I'd be interested in trying out at some point for sure. And I believe we go down to the lake next, which I think this is, I mean, we've got 2 minutes, and I mentioned at the start, I do need to hop off right at 11:30, just because I do have some appointments this afternoon. But this was great. This was a really cool area to explore, and I really enjoy the lore that we got from Urianger, which I think we all kind of knew was going to happen, that he would have a bunch of information to say. But yeah, I think we're gonna stop here. We have a nice, you know, spooky fairy town to chill in for the time. I'm sure we won't be turned into some sort of flower. But thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. It was great to have you here. It's always fun hearing your thoughts and stuff. There's a dungeon before the trial. Okay, yeah, I read that. Collecting 4 relics to fight a big baddie sounds like your standard RPG Maker experience. Yeah, it does seem like very, very standard. That would be the case. We have to go collect these. I mean, it's a really good way for them to have you explore the full map before kind of doing the capstone of the dungeon and stuff like that, which I think is really good. They do that really well in actually all their zones, is they have you kind of go to all parts of it, and then there's a sort of a final thing that you need to do. But yeah, no, I've really been enjoying this. I'm looking forward to the next part and seeing how we get all these. Thanks everyone. Nice to be here as always. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. It's always a fun time, and I'm sure it won't be too long until we do another stream. Thanks for coming. Bye.